final event of the Super 8s Finals Weekend 2015 here live at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. It is the men's Super 8s final. Team Northumbria versus City of Sheffield. City of Sheffield to serve first in red and blue, hitting from right to left in this first set.
Great pick up there by Joel Miller on the attacker. French, he goes again. But this time the push off. Darren Setsafia has a little dance and skip around. Setsafia, one of the colourful characters in volleyball, both on the indoor and the beach scene. He'll be happy with that to get off the game early. Didn't see much of the action yesterday. Float serve deep on Heath. Yayan Lam finds that attack, but the ball off the tape of the net and out of play. So Yayan Heath, originally from Nottingham Rockets, dad in the crowd, and mum, as always, ever present when you see him or his brother play.
And there's your favourite part of the match, Mark Perkins, the service error. Nice and early on, let's get one out of the way.
So set up here, Jeff Carlson's setting, Darius is playing as opposite. And you've got the wings of Attila Byrne and Nathan French. Dave Conchal just points it down, just get him to calm down a little bit, with a wry smile on his face. He'll take the point though. Yeah, so Attila and Nathan are the wing players, while currently you've got Pete Bakari playing at middle and John Chapman on the pass, while the Sheffield team Jenkins setting with Leon Chambers opposite, Miller and Bakari, David Bakari outside with Yayan Lam in the middle with Sonny Chaney. Ryan Heath is playing libero in the blue shirt.
As well. Northumbria have started very powerfully.
That ball really tight on the net. Joel Miller would normally have that, but you can just reach, from our point of view, just saw the arms come through the side of the referee's head just to reach that ball over. Good strong arms by the setter from America for Team Northumbria.
Just overdoes the serve this time, Attila Byrne, but that is a weapon that the Northumbria number 9 possesses. As opposite number Yayan Lam now comes across to serve for City of Sheffield. Davis Chambers up with Sonny Chaney.
A lot of chest pumping, testosterone going to be flying around this court today, Rob. Big cheer there with Joel Roberts. Oh, sorry, Joel Miller with the reverse set there. They then move across and get a full 3-man shutout block on Nathan French. Reverse hands there by Jenkins. Gets the kill attack, the ball landed.
Wiry left-hander Leon Davis Chambers serving. Big one goes wide. 7-5 Northumbria now.
So it's a repeat of last year's Super 8 final, Rob. We saw Sheffield take that in the golden set
Just in case you're wondering what happened there, that ball came off the rafters here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. You can only build a volleyball arena so high, so that does happen from time to time. So Northumbria take an 8-5 advantage into the first technical timeout. Do remember, keep your tweets coming in. Hashtag Super8s2015. Mick Dude on Twitter says, come on, Team Northumbria. Gary Hutt has sent a couple of pictures from the venue here saying game on.
There might be another hashtag that's going viral today. It's Keith Barmy Army. Hashtag Viva La Trenham on the back of these t-shirts that the boys are wearing here. Keith Trenham with his arms behind his back knows exactly what his team needs to do. He would have done all the prep work in training and build this, so he could just walk away. He lets the boys do what they're doing. Keith Trenham is mic'd up as well, so there are people on the level 3 coaching who are sitting listening to the words of what Keith and Dave Goodchild say. Back to the action there. Jeff Carlson on the back of that massive jump serve. Joel Miller fired that ball up into the rafters.
This time it takes a massive thwack off the top of the net and comes down just short. Number 7, Sonny Cheney's in there with Dami Bakari, shutting out the Northumbria attack.
Anderson this time, so quick down the side of Cheney. He's a big unit, Anderson, but gets some nice height on there as well. So Nathan French serving, going with a top spin, jump serve. Made a lot of errors yesterday, another one there today. Not quite getting the full swing. This time Cheney will probably go with the jump top spin serve, he is. These boys know they can't give any free nets away. Yesterday's game had 40 service errors in that match, 19 errors by Northumbria and 21 by City of Sheffield. Interesting to see it. 3 serves in a row out. These are just trading point for point here.
It's all gone a little bit flat here at the National Volleyball Centre. Just for a moment, I'm sure things will pick up, but it's been a relatively steady start to this final. Quite a tentative one. That's 4 in a row. Let's hope that I don't need 2 hands to count.
Generally, the atmosphere will lift up when the ball's in play. If we keep firing the balls out or in the net, then there isn't anything for the crowd to get excited about, to be fair. So back round to the rotation then. Darius back serving. Yes, we've got some action. Here we go. Lovely pass in there by Chapman. The reverse set there by Carlson, trying to go for a little short shot. We've seen the Argentinian set to do that in the World League, obviously on YouTube. Big shout about watching the tip. Here goes the serve by Bakari. Just wide on that baseline. It's a good lead by Team Northumbria. Brave lead as well, Rob.
Absolutely, coming into this match on the back of losing the first leg yesterday by 3-1. It's imperative that they come out fighting and make City of Sheffield know that they're in a real game here.
Beautiful set by Jenkins, sorry Rob. Lovely hands out wide, but the wide just wide of the line there. He had the option of that shot, but he passed it wide. Lovely set by Jenkins. So Trenham calls for that timeout. Just get this point across there. The boys rehydrating. Well, a lot of conversations by Gucci. All smiles happening over in Team Northumbria. It's Northumbria have got to go in the ascendancy here. They trail in this 2-day game.
Just had a tweet come in, Mark, from Mark Garcia Kid saying, who is Northumbria number 12? He is tearing it up. Where was he yesterday? Hashtag Super8s 2015. Well, he was in the squad yesterday, but he didn't get a lot of court time. He's out there starting today, and Darius Setsofia started very well.
Yeah, Mark Garcia Kid and Darius know each other very well. Long-time friends, also a lot of beach tour, which is where the hashtag Chocolate Thunders come from. MGK, a member of the UEL team, also taking part in some European action this year. So good luck to you guys in London. Lovely tip there, Mark Bakari. Fake the hit. Ooh, tip that ball over Cheney. All the defenses all flat on their heels, waiting for that big hit.
Peter Bakari, after that little moment of magic, comes back to serve for Northumbria, 14-11 ahead. The hit comes off the top of the block and then out the back left of the court. Hit from the City of Sheffield captain Joel Miller. Now Davis Chambers back to serve. Still only 2 points in it. Both sides still just settling into this second leg of the final. Up it goes for Darius Setsofia, and it touches the back line. Up it gets from the 3-meter. Well worthy of his mention on Twitter. Where was he yesterday, Mark? That's the question.
He was in the warm-up zone. He did get a little bit of court time. Anderson steadies through the net of Cheney. Straight down the inside of that net. Cheney went on the angle. Anderson just held firm. There's a glare through the net. These boys know each other well. They've played each other a few times, but they've known each other for a long, long time. It's going to get really heated out there. In a good way.
Oh,
in a good way.
Heat is what we want for this final match of the Super8s final weekend 2015. Team Northumbria have made a strong start here, 16-12 they lead, having lost the first leg. A reminder of the format for this finals weekend. The first leg was played yesterday, and if it finishes one match all over the 2-leg final, then we do go to a golden set, first to 15 points. We fancy a golden set, don't we, Mark?
I think it'll be the perfect way to end the Super 8 season. And then in 3 weeks' time, obviously there's the All-Stars, which is going to be down at Brentford Leisure Centre in London on May the 16th. So www.sideout.co.uk for your votes for that. You choose your GB and rest of the world team. It was a great event last year at the UEL.
Jeff Carlson serving for Northumbria then, 16-12 up, and it's an ace serve, finds the back corner, excellent stuff from Jeff Carlson.
Joel Miller just blows his cheeks out there. That was a brilliant serve. Jeff Carlson did that one where Joel Miller went into the rafters as well, so he's definitely picking that line shot down the left-hand side of Joel Miller. Let's see if he targets that area again, moving away from Heath, the libero. Same thing, one great serve, the second one long there. So Joel Miller now back. Darius Setsofia with a little shimmy as he lands. We've had a tweet there about the vertical of Pete Bakari. Well, Darius is just as good. Maybe a little bit more swagger in his. Slow serve this time by French after the last one. Long way out. Big blocking. Setsofia skips around the court.
Sets off Sophie is a character, isn't he, Mark? He's running around celebrating every point. I know they come in for a little huddle there, but Sophia is dancing around. He's got a lot of energy about him, and he's made a really strong start. City of Sheffield have called a timeout, 6 points behind.
There's so little dance moves that you would have got from Team Northumbria head coach Dave Cudchild. But there's a lot of characters here, and they're all great personalities. We had it last year. Dami Bakari was doing the same thing. He was skipping around. I think he did 2 laps at one point when he did a big stuff block. When they're playing like that, you know they're playing with confidence and they're oozing what they can do. They know what their capabilities are all about. It's how they respond as soon as like one hit comes back to them or they get shut out. It's a great spectacle to see, whether you're here or watching online. It is just brilliant. When that happens, you know they're in a good place.
Mick Dude has tweeted, "I can feel a golden set coming. Come on, Northumbria." Well, here they are, 19-13 up.
So French has gone with that float serve again. This time the ball off the net on that set by Jenkins. Cheney not getting a full hit on it, so hitting it just behind his head, but just rolling that ball. Cheney has a quick glance up, looking for this. Is he going to go with the top spin again? Last one was long. He is, but it's a reserved top spin. Reverse set, sets Sophia off the block. Joel Miller diving out of the course, gets a touch to it. So 30, a serving specialist, got 3 points in his serve. Jeremy comes on for one of the middle players. Here, Pete Bakari or Anderson. There's a line shot, overpass. Big one-handed block by Jenkins there. Now there's a free option. Where does Carlson go? He goes through reverse, sets Sophia, who goes inside the hands of Dan Bakari, but he pushes hands over the net, shuts out that block. No dance or celebration this time by Darius. Here's the next point is going to count for him. How does he handle that? Now he's got Damien Bakari opposite him. Well, that's how they respond. Bakari hits the opposite Bakari. Pete Bakari and sets Sophia, shuts out a big block in the centre of the court. Even parts of a little kiss there. Barry's is definitely in a good mood today. So Caracott's coming on as opposite here for Leon Chambers. He may stay out wide and Damien may stay over the far side of the court. We shall see how they line up.
The float serve from Liam Jenkinson just come on, and it goes too long, and that is his only contribution. Off he pops.
A lot of pressure being put on there to come on and serve, and we have seen, we saw 4 service errors in a row earlier, so it's not just him. I hope we're not going to see that 4 serve error row now. Tillibert normally a consistent server. We're at 22-16. They've got a good lead here. They all don't put the pressure on. Wide shot down to Miller there, off the hands.
Jordan Dalrymple getting his first taste of the second leg of this final. Yayan Lamb serving. City of Sheffield 17-22 down in this first set.
Nice pass in there by Chapman. French gets the ball straight onto Dalrymple's arms. Joel Miller has the option, and he nails it cross court. There's a big block there, but he went down the side of Chapman.
Credit to Dalrymple as well, thrown straight into the firing line and responded very well.
Quality player, Dalrymple. Even got a smile from Trent at that. Hugh Trainer was inducted into the Hall of Fame last night at the annual awards evening. Himself and Carol Gordon. Congratulations to the two of you, very well deserved for your coaching in volleyball. Anderson comes back on.
Team Northumbria 2 points away from taking the opening set, the second leg of the men's Super 8s final.
There's a lower flat set there for Karakot out wide. He's playing opposite. Sets the field with a push now. Last year in this game, a standing jump. One-on blow, it's on the 3 metres line. It was very similar to that one, but just edge wide. So, set point then. Joel Miller replies with a line shot over the arms of Jeff Carlton. Service training next week then, says Nick Gray. Hashtag underarm. Well, with 40 service errors yesterday, Nick. You might be right, but they haven't put that pressure on. Nick, a Cardiff Celts player from the Div 2 team in the south.
Today, Team Northumbria looking strong.
Very different to yesterday's start of the game as well. The referee just waiting for all the players to come off the back of the court and then rotate around. Yeah, Northumbria looking to get that connection. Takari's not had so much of the shots in the middle. Anderson's had the nail in the middle. Setsphere started off really, really strongly with his little swagger as well and the cheeky confidence. But Sheffield have had the options. Again, not all the mistakes have been made, a few hits out. This is the start of a long game, I feel.
We could be in this for the duration. As we've said already, it would be a fitting end to what's been an incredible weekend of action here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. We started off with the Under-18 Grand Prix Women's Final yesterday morning. Wessex Leaf taking a 3-0 victory over Graveney Mallory Eagles. Then Wessex Leaf men's under-18s followed suit with a 3-0 win over Boswell's Blaze. And then we had the first leg of the women's final. Northumbria 3, Polonia 2. And Northumbria finished the job this afternoon. And then yesterday, of course, we had the first leg of this final as well. Sheffield took it 3-1. But remember, the set scores, if it's finished one match each, the set scores are not taken into consideration. It is just taken as 1-1. And we do go to a golden set. A couple of you on Twitter already saying that you'd like that. We won't mind it up here in the commentary box either.
Absolutely not. Like I say before, it's going to be the fitting end to what the Super 8 has to offer. And then there is the All-Stars game happening. We have got a bit of an announcement later at the end, after we've interviewed the winners. So we've got a bit of a save the date for you to put into your calendar. So do stick around after the presentation has happened, and we'll announce that to you. So a lot of options then for both teams to use. They both made substitutions there to vary the options up. Andy Clayton yet to get into the action for Team Northumbria. Sheffield just missing the wing play of Matt Howe. One of the near MVPs, and Simon Toss, who's got two of his players on the bench who are out injured. Simon Toss has been missing all season. And Matt Howe's with his shoulder. Played in the cup final, but you can see he's hurting. So he's unable to be fit for this game. The players make their way back on court here for this second set. Will Northumbria maintain this level of confidence?
The second set of the
uni work. Well, whilst we don't condone that and we hope that you get your coursework in time, thank you very much for joining us on this stream this afternoon. And
I may have to question how long he's had to do that coursework if he's leaving it until tonight.
Volleyball is greater than uni work. Fact. Northumbria serving to start the second set then.
See, I actually know this tweet. I know what he's like.
Stephen Anderson, Northumbria hitting from right to left this set.
Sonny Cheney there with a nice shot. Deep to the corner. Wasn't about nailing that down deep in the centre.
Every inch of the court possible. For a second that might have gone wide, but the officials deemed it just about in. So level early on. Darius Setsofia, who was one of the standout players in the first set.
Quick hands there, over on two by Carlsberg. Well read by Sheffield. Of the options then, Darius goes out wide. Handling error by Jenkins, gets called, double contact.
Jenkins not entirely convinced by that decision. The look of bemusement on his face.
Setsofia then with the serve. The referee just having a word with the captain. Possibly that comments made by Jenkins, who was walking up after that decision. Didn't look very happy with that decision. So Setsofia fires that ball, ace on the line! He has a little jig as he goes off court. That was Sheffield looking for that to go long. We've already had 13 service errors in the first set, but this time, Setsofia, that ball just died at the end, landing at the baseline. This time he goes across the angle to 5. Carlton over on 2, but wide, washed out there by Sheffield. So yes, here are people in Barbados now. We've got people in Portugal watching. That's all the GB Beach Boys. So we've got Jake Sheaf, Chris Gregory, Greg Weaver and Phil Smith over there. Phil Smith just tweeted in. They're rested up in their hotel on a training camp ready for the Continental Cup. So good luck to you boys over there in this competition. Train hard.
Portugal or Kettering?
I've not seen it outside. I don't know if it's sunny or not here. Deprived of oxygen.
All day. Highly entertaining indoor action, though, we've got to add.
Darren Bakari fires into that block of Pete Bakari for Team Northumbria. Till on the serve. That's a brilliant serve. Directly in between the right left-hand side of Miller, the right-hand side of Bakari. No early call. Miller just moving down to his left, but couldn't get his arms around that ball at all.
City of Sheffield call the timeout then. 3-6 behind. Huge serve again from Attila Berndt, though. You can normally tell when it's going to be good when he lets out a big yell as he strikes the ball.
So calming words here by Trenham. A lot of the timeouts here. The Sheffield boys do a lot of the talking, especially Joel Miller, who's at the back there. But this time, Keith Trenham just setting out his expectations. A well-established coach, and quite rightly in the Hall of Fame. He's brought through so many internationals and he won the title here last year. He wants to double it up. Great pass in there by Bakari. Gets that middle attack by Yayan Lam, but Tekken shut out by Bakari, straight down inside the 3-meter line. Bakari went over the block of Carlson then. Now Carlson gets up high, but Bakari hit over that block.
And up then Yayan Lam and Leon Davis Chambers to shut out Nathan French. 6-time MVP this season in the Super 8s, but no way through the Sheffield wall that time. And a big hit down the middle from Peter Bakari. His hang time is exceptional, straight down. 8-5 at the first technical timeout for Team Northumbria. Northumbria 1 set to the good in this second leg of the final, 25-19, 8-5 up. And they really have come out all guns blazing in this second leg, having lost the first leg yesterday 3-1. They've been having a good battle all season, these two teams, really. Team Northumbria beat City of Sheffield in the Cup final just a month ago, but City of Sheffield beat them both times in the regular Super 8 season, so it's a close contest and they'll be wanting the bragging rights from this, the season-ending finale.
Well, this is where it counts, this is what it's all about. That's what they'll be saying. Those results didn't happen, it's all down to one day now. Team Northumbria is thinking we need 4 sets, that's all we've got to take. So Pete Bakari, big high jump float serve, short on Joel Miller. Leon Chambers into the net. Goes straight to the setter, just says it was his fault. Pancake there by Set Sophia, that flat hand under the ball. Yayan Lam this time, no mistake, although just off the fingertips of Anderson, but takes it out of the way of Bakari.
Dammy Bakari with that high toss. And in he comes through the middle to finish off the point himself as well. Dammy Bakari flying on the 3-meter line.
I think he hit that about a 1 meter. Great set in there by Jenkins. Dammy Bakari so high. So referee, just have a quick word about what Simon Mintos doing on the bench. Another colourful character, it's a shame he's not on court. Former professional as well, abroad. Back here at City of Sheffield. Sesavia with that attack through too. Carlton with the jump serve there. Miller powers his way, even through the net, he powers that. Chappie takes a funny landing, the libero for Team Northumbria. He's all right. Ian Lamb. Nottingham boy, now University in Sheffield. Wearing the number 9 serving.
Tried the tip there and just fell short. It's a coaching point that you've brought to us a few times, Mark. Even if they are sort of feigning the big hit and then going through the tip, they've still got to hit through it.
Yeah, we've seen a lot this weekend. They're just actually forcing it too short. It's easy saying that when you're up here as well.
We talk a good game up here. Big hit.
And Joel Miller provides a good game with that massive swing. Tries to cross the angle on the 3-metre line. Just the right-hand side of Attila. So we're all around this 2 to 3 point margin. They're just trading point for point currently. A serve by Chambers in between Chapman and Nathan French. Options now for Northumbria. They go reverse with Setsafia. Block off the hands of Cheney and Miller. And out of play on the Northumbria side. Big swing there by Miller off the block. Interesting tweet just coming about. Pete Bakari doing what he does best, increasing your vertical jumps. If you want to learn how to jump like him, have a quick check on that website.
I don't think I've got a single chance of jumping anywhere near as high as that man. Terrific athlete.
That's a brilliant serve by Miller. We talk about all-round athletes. Joel Miller. It's definitely one of them. Just shape that ball across. John Chapman on that serve. The best players in the country on his day. Quite sure why with some of these hits as well today.
Reverse set out for Setsafia, cross court just out.
Sheffield turn this 3 points, the 3-point deficit around now. They lead 13-12. Forces Dave Goodchild to call for a timeout. It's that first ball on not just the serve receive, but also through the game in transition. That Northumbria just got off the net a little bit, so they've not been able to get those full clean attacks, which has then given Sheffield those opportunities to counter it. Again, look here, Keith there, just standing with hands on his hips. Matt Howe doing the talking in that camp, while Audrey is talking to her team as assistant coach. So, London Olympians on both sides, top-class athletes all around here in this Super 8 display. So, Joel Miller.
The tip from Setsafia, made a mistake with his previous big swing cross court. This time went the more delicate approach and pulled it off very nicely. Levels it for Northumbria, straight out of the team talk. It's a service error straight into the net. So Sofia a little bit disappointed with himself. Sonny Cheney now, number 7, City of Sheffield. Nose is just about in front, 14-13. Up it comes through the middle. It comes off the block, the two Bakari swinging this time. The winner is Dami Bakari.
Beautiful play there by Carlson. That ball was drifting high on the net, front hand. Just there, just tips that over.
Almost nonchalant the way he did that.
Distributed the ball well here, catching Sheffield off guard. Brings it back within 1 point. But unfortunately, it means nothing if the service goes in the net like that.
So Sheffield noses just about in front. 16-14 the score at the second technical timeout. Northumbria took the first set, 25 points to 19, but Sheffield hold the advantage, at least having won the first leg of this final.
We're even now on Twitter getting a song request. So we've had I Am a Survivor, which Dave is now playing for one very special lady, Carol Gordon. She is a Hall of Famer, so if she requests a song, she received her award yesterday. Put a Beyonce song on, and you're guaranteed this lady will get up and dance no matter where she is.
We had to oblige, didn't we?
It'd be rude not to. She'd be shocked if we didn't. So I know she's having a dance right now, so I'll let her enjoy the song. Great point there for Team Northumbria. After that technical timeout, it's important they got that to keep within 1 point. Lovely set by Jenkins, high on the net. Almost a reverse angle set to Dami Bakari. Lovely hands.
Just a 2-point advantage at the moment for City of Sheffield, looking to get back on level terms in this second leg of the final. Karakoc straight off the bench on to service duty. And the hit is from Nathan French. Cross court, but out, no touch on the way through. This would be the time for City of Sheffield to put together a run of a couple of points.
Dave Goodchild asking for that lift on that set by Sheffield, but luckily Anderson nailed that ball. So Nathan French, the on-court captain currently, because Kari's off court. Just a double check-in with the first referee. So it's back within 2. Sheffield still in the advantage in the driving seat here in this set. They've turned it around.
Jeff Carlson has been exceptionally hit and miss with his service in this match. Sometimes it is purely brilliant and you can't defend against it, but then other times it doesn't even make it over. Yayan Lam is slightly more conservative with his serve, slightly more consistent. And Davis Chambers blocked out by the number 12, Darius Setsofia. But the decision is overturned.
So the blocks actually come off the attacker and down, but the point, the referee's not giving it. A strong decision made there by the referee. Chambers not looking through the net. Sure, he knows what's happened. Point goes to City of Sheffield. Yayan Lam continues that run of serves. They've got to play the point, they've got to carry on and recoup what they've got. Nathan French makes up for it. Back in the UK after professional seasons abroad over the Olympic period. So 21-17 the score here. Chambers back to serve in the second set. Team Northumbria lead by 1-0.
Decision again goes City of Sheffield's way. Getting closer to getting level in this second leg.
See the attitude changing on, see the attitude change on Team Northumbria. They're starting to gripe at the decisions being made. It might not be right or not, but all they can do is control when they've got that ball, what they're doing, how they do with it.
That's it, you've got no choice. You can have no influence on the referee's decision. It's just about how you handle it when it goes against you. I mean, they reacted very well to that overturned decision, hitting straight through French straight afterwards, but deficit 5 points at this stage of the set. You think that City of Sheffield are very much in pole position to level the match.
Yeah, the momentum's definitely switched with City of Sheffield here. The errors that Sheffield were making in the first set, Northumbria are making now. Sheffield a lot more consistent.
Out of the timeout we come then. Leon Davis Chambers with the deep serve that libero John Chapman is unable to field. Straight out, flies out the back of the court.
Second time this time where it's gone between Chapman and French. Last time it was Chambers again with that A serve. He's picking that same area. 23-17. We have got a technical issue with the scoreboard on top, but we'll bring you the score as it happens. It's 23-17. Make that 18-23 with Anderson with a little tip. Now Mark Garcia Kid did tweet in about bringing on Andy Clayton. Well, Andy Clayton is coming on. He's going to float serve. Replace through the middle. Out Miller that goes for a combination straight down the centre for Sonny Cheney. Nathan French has the option with a three-man block. Great blocking there by Cesavia and Macari. Miller went hard in it. Cheney snatched that ball, went straight into the net, caught the tape, went straight down again.
(19-23) then. Northumbria desperately trying to stave off the Sheffield attack as they look to level this match. And the tip there is from Attila Bird. He shows he's got power, but he shows he's got poise as well.
Oohs and ahs in the crowd there. Jenkins down to his knees, running towards four to set that ball. Referee happy with it. And then Attila Burt with that beautiful tip. Every set wrap back for the power coming through.
So 20-23 the score now, and the timeout called by City of Sheffield. They have got the finish line in sight still here in the second set, but they're just unable to reach it at the moment. Northumbria very resilient. Sure that if Northumbria maybe get the next point or even two, then City of Sheffield will start wondering whether they will ever reach that finish line.
They've been serving on Miller, but this time he's nailed that ball. Got a great set pass into Alex. He replied with a beautiful set out wide, and then off the block. Set point then, City of Sheffield.
And it's the skipper that will serve up the first set point. And Northumbria save the first set point.
So Cheney going for that middle shot. Almost a standing block on Attila because he couldn't get across and jump quick enough, just standing there with his hands up high on the block.
Still a couple of set points down here, Team Northumbria. Goes out towards Bakari. Did that get a touch on the way through? No, it didn't. He's overhit it, cross court. So Team Northumbria save a second set point. 22-24 now the score. Daniel Fernley, a couple of solid service points in a row from the number 2. That weaving run up and then puts it straight into the net. What a very soft way to concede the set. City of Sheffield have levelled the second leg of this final. They take it 25-22. So we are 2 sets into the second leg of this men's Super 8 final. And we're all level. Team Northumbria took the first set 25-19. Sheffield have responded 25-22. They took the second. Remember, Sheffield won the first leg 3-1.
City of Sheffield a lot better on the stats there on serve receive. Only the one error at that set to 4 for Team Northumbria. So Severe with a total of 20 attacks so far, the most in the game here. But it's Joel Miller with the best stats on points scored on the attack for City of Sheffield. We saw that in that set. Using it off the block as well, so it's not just about the kills, it's about the wipe-offs, etc. Better consistent pass also for City of Sheffield that set. So we're all square. One apiece here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. The final game of the Super 8s final weekend.
teams back on court then, one each. Sheffield will get this third set underway, hitting from right to left. Number 10, Alex Jenkins, is the man to start us off. Straight through the middle comes Yayan Lam, and it's a great start to the third set for City of Sheffield. Block at the net is Sofia for Northumbria. Enjoying a lot more court time in this second leg of the final. Been very effective so far. Bakari's tip touches the antenna. So Northumbria get another chance to put the pressure on with the serve of Nathan French. This time Bakari thinks, I'm not going to bother with the tip, I'll smash it down instead. Much more effective, 2-2.
Soft swing there by Nathan French on the backcourt shot. Always great to see here in Super 8s. All the homegrown talent. Sheffield just outclassing Team Northumbria in the number of cadets, or ex-cadets, through the England programme. Northumbria have 3, and City of Sheffield having 11 of theirs. One of the big things last year was so many players homegrown, and the talent and the work that's been brought in at City of Sheffield with Keith Trenham and the rest of the cadet programme. Always been a success. Basically Sheffield. I remember the days as an England cadet at the Wolfioff school when I got knocked down. So dread those Saturday mornings with Keith Trenham sessions, but they do you the world of good. So there's 11 cadets and 3 from Northumbria. They're not my stats. They are from the Hall of Famer Carol Gordon. So I had to get that message across.
Northumbria 5-4 in front then until it burnt. Opting for a more conservative serve this time. He's done well to pick that spike up as well. Comes to this near side for Joel Miller. Up it gets off the block and out it goes. 5 each we go then. You get the feeling this is going to be the story of what's to come for the rest of this match. Trading blows, trading runs of momentum, trading sets. Peter Bakari's done very well, stretching there. The set was just in front of him. Didn't quite get the power he wanted behind it, but it was just enough. Set comes across to Dami Bakari, and he's completely shut out by Stephen Anderson. Couple of points in a row for Northumbria off the back of Peter Bakari's serve. Set out for Davis Chambers, a big left-handed cross-court that he's normally so good at, just out. So Northumbria chipping away with a run of points. Skipper Peter Bakari serving them through them. 8-5 they lead. The first technical timeout. Remember, this is one of the last opportunities you'll get to send us your thoughts on social media on this live stream. This is the 7th of 7 matches we've brought to you on the Volleyball England website, live from the National Volleyball Centre here in Kettering. It's the big indoor season finale, the Super8s men's final. Use the hashtag Super8s2015 on Twitter. Hashtag Super8s2015 will give you a mention. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're supporting. If you haven't tweeted us and you've been watching all weekend, then we'd love to hear from you.
So back with the action here with the score 8-5. Team Northumbria leading by 3 points. We're still working on our technical fault with the graphics, but panic not. It means you get to see more of the action. There we go, we're up and running now, finally. Great work by Pete, our tech guy. As we have the overpass and put away by Nathan Flynn. Peter Bakari, that deep flow serve, ball's out of play. Only a free ball going to come over now for Team Northumbria. They've got options, what they're going to go with. Carlson goes to that second ball over, but Heath picks it up beautifully well. And then Joel Miller down the centre. Advantage Sheffield if they can attack this ball well. With Bakari, he holds that shape. French, Bakari, and Atinaburn all side by side. And down in Bakari plays that ball centre deep. So keep your treats coming in. Also your Super 8 selfies. Dave Rogers in charge down on the floor. We have a competition for a load of prizes and giveaways with your selfie of where you're watching this game. Cheney all set for that hit. But got reflection on the block. Took it away from his arms, hit his chest. (10-6) the score. There's a lucky deflection there by Dami Bakari. He was playing for part of that, but didn't expect quite the tight angle that he got. So full rotation completed, and Jenkins back to serve as he was at the start of this third set. So Northumbria with that point there. Mick Doo's just tweeted in saying, well done, Pete, the tech guy. Yeah, he's been rewarded with jelly babies for his hard work. He's been doing a great job this week. He's the one who's in charge of all the streaming, the scoring, the technology behind this. Myself and Rob Hayes just have the fun of watching this game and talking about it with you guys, participating on Twitter. And there we see Chambers down that left-hand side. Chambers didn't feature much in the Cup Finals game. He had just played in the Bucks final in Loughborough, where he scored over 24 points as City of Sheffield took that title. But he's having a better game today. Left-hand side, arm of his swing. Also his serves have been instrumental so far. Great pick-up by Jenkins to set her out. Joel Miller with a standing tip. Darius through. But the ball hitting the antenna on the way. Set was quite wide, trying to force the angle, but caught the antenna. Well read there by Ian Lamb on the block. Attila Burton switches into four. Chambers and Ian Lamb take out the block. Chambers tiptoeing on the bottom of the net. Timeout called by David Goodchild with the score all square, 11-all. John Miller not happy with the referee call there, he walked away. The referee calling it back in. Jenkins called for a held ball, taking that set really low. He's had a couple of them early in this game that he didn't get called for. Northumbria did make some big noise then. Didn't make a noise that time, they weren't expecting it to get called. The referee just having calling words with the captain of City of Sheffield there. So tight, two pairs to receive now, Heath and Miller. Rimple staying deep. Jenkins flies in to the sideline then. Trenham called for timeout. Interesting now how they got with the two received. Jordan's a very apt passer. Served into there, he's come in, he's replaced Danny Bakari, but this time he's then said, right, just the two of you in the pass. Putting extra pressure on the two there, especially after that previous point. Then Miller, not shanking SO pass, just couldn't quite get the angle on it. Jenkins flying out here into the advertising boardings. Keith Trenham having words with his team now. While Northumbria just got that 3-point lead back again. Can they edge ahead in this?
Jenkins.
Beautiful set. Miller with a powerful shot.
Got Daniel Fernley on service as well. He's a bit of a specialist in that area, and his serve was dipping. We could see the way it was moving in the air.
Northumberland struggling with that combination there of Carlson and Bakari. He's not had the power in cup finals. Those two are fighting each other really well, and Bakari was getting the full power in the swing. Not really had that in this game, or yesterday, to be fair. So Petrovic now coming on to serve. No discredit to sets here though, he did really well at the net. Petrovic with the serve. Can they take him to the technical timeout? 4 up.
Not when Davis came with left arms around.
Adaption on the serve there. The ball too far in front to really get a full swing on it. Now it's going to be a free ball coming over. What options have Team Northumberland going to use? Gone for the backcourt shot with Sophia, but fires it long. Set a little flat for him. Tried to make too much of it.
Clawed a couple of points back there just before this technical timeout, so the gap is just 2 points at the moment.
Carol Gordon's just tweeted in. It's a quite an interesting tweet actually. She's asking whether Pete the Tech Man can actually sort out some streamed replays, because there's so many good shots and sets. She wants to see them again. Now it's a little bit hard to do that here and now, but within the next week these matches will all be on YouTube, as the cup finals were, etc. as well. So we don't quite have the setup yet. We don't quite have the setup yet to do these, but they will all be the individual matches that will be on within a week on YouTube. So Carrie can watch them over and over and over again. Should you feel the need to, you can always press mute for me. Only when I'm talking about you being a Hall of Famer, of course, Mrs. Gordon. We're back with the action. Northumbria lead by 2 here in this third set. Remember, this is for Northumbria. They have to win this match to go to a golden set. Pete Bakari going there with the centre, Sonny chaining. That means Miller goes one-on-one. Off the block and out of play. Jordan Dalrymple goes off. Danny Bakari back on with big presence through 4. Lovely play there by Jeff Carlton. Hand over the ball. That's one Carol Gordon want to see again. Was his hand over the net? That's what Sheffield are asking. He looked good from this point of view. Nice height on that jump as well. 17-15. Talk about height. Chambers again. Tries cutting up, but cuts it too much. There we see the hashtag of Viva La Trenham on Keith Barmy Army t-shirts that City of Sheffield have got on. The back of Adam Carricott we're looking at in this City of Sheffield timeout. That figure of Keith Trenham wired up with our level 3 coaches listening in to his every word. Use this as a great tool to help develop our coaches here in the UK. Back with the action then. Bakari serving. Northumbria lead by 3 points. Pass on Dami Bakari this time. He's got the option to go through 4. Ball's tight over to Cheney. Has the attack. Just outside the 3-metre line. There was no block there with him, so he took it cleanly. There, not quite getting his fist all the way over that ball. But nonetheless, it's point Team Northumbria. They again lead by 2 points, 19-17 here. Everton flowing since the technical timeout. Carlson going for the standing serve this time. Rob was mentioning earlier around the levels of his topspin serve, either good or bad. This time, off the head of Darren Bakari, the ball goes up into the rafters. Dish of the day. Sheffield thinking that the players hit them tight. Setsafia saying his elbow hit lower part of the net. Didn't interfere with the play because the ball had already travelled over the net. Nathan French saying got the clear winner of the players. Jenkins just listening carefully to Martin Shakespeare, the second referee, as he makes his way back to his position. Yellow card given to Captain Miller for... He's asking if we've got a replay. Porty can't use a hawk or anything. That'll be an interesting one to look back on. 21-17, remember that, Rob. We'll check that when that comes live on YouTube the next week. So a great point to watch. Jenkins doing well to maintain his balance, falling almost under the net. The noise in this arena is towards the Northumbria team. Miller just been taken off just to calm himself down. Trenham just putting Carricott on. Dami Bakari now captain on court. Miller just needs a bit of a moment to calm. Takes a big blow of his cheeks. He sits down next to Matt Howe. Carlson still serving them. There's a French call for a hell ball there, lifting that ball up with the flat hands. Gets his laces tied up. Struggled with those last night when he finished. Had a big night, he had to rip his laces. First thing he had to do this morning was go to shop and buy himself some new laces for this game. Setsafia off the block. And then out of play. I do apologise about the useless fact about shoelaces. So French back to serve. Huge block by Super8s. There's a little dance. Reminiscent of Danny Picari doing that last year. 24-18. Sheffield almost walking off ready to go.
Sofia is absolutely
Alex
loving
Calvin
it
was
out
getting
there.
ready to come on then as setter, but not there quick enough. So French with a serve. Rolls that in. Great pickup by Heath. Time now for Team Northumbria. Out wide, Attila off the block. Setter out now, the play. Heath taking the set, goes to Leon Chambers. Two-man block. Battle at the net there between Burnt and Chambers. Now Danny Bakari fires through. 2-1, Team Northumbria lead here on the second day of the Super8s finals.
Well, what a rally that was, and you feel that that was a crucial moment. 2-1 to Team Northumbria. 25-19 the point score. Gifted it in the end.
There's those couple of decisions early on towards the end of that set. Miller getting a yellow card from the referee. And then those next couple of points after that, they started to build the tension up. Miller then went off, made the change for Carricott. And it was at that point then, it was just a matter of time. Just had to trade the side up points there. They had a 6-point lead. That's how it finished, 25-19. Here we see the City of Sheffield team bench, also a photographer behind him, Midgley. You'll see those photos on Facebook if you go to the Volleyball England Facebook page very shortly after this event. And some fantastic pictures for us this weekend and all around the Volleyball England events.
Jeff Carlson serving for Team Northumbria. From right to left they hit in this set. If they win this set, we go to our golden set we all wanted to see. If Sheffield win this set, we go to a tiebreaker in this match. And then we could have a golden set after that still. So plenty more action to come here from the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. Positive start for Northumbria. For each other, it dropped right in between them. Northumbria quickly into a 3-point lead in this fourth set.
So a big change in the stats for Team Northumbria on the reception for them. 50% better reception. And the exact opposite. A lot of errors on the City of Sheffield. They got down to 22%. There were a lot less serving errors. A lot more cautious serves as well. Standing float serves by Carlson, for example. Sophia clever there off the block. Still have a little bit of a dance around. So Darius, the most used hitter on both teams, currently with 31 attacks. But still Joel Miller with the most amount of points scored from his hits. But Anderson, the middle blow, a huge block and attacking percentage here. Reading that net well. Beautifully well. That shoot set, tight angle on the ball. Anderson nailed it. To this set, 8-3. Huge block there by Tillett. Out wide the left hand. Chambers just dropping his shoulders as he walked off. Danny Bakari, arms around his shoulders, just condoling him, talking to him what he needs to do. Chambers has been brilliant this year for City of Sheffield, both in the Bucks Cup and Super 8 League. Supreme athlete with a massive jump. Matt Howe there just having a chat with Jordan Dalrymple as well. While we look at the concentration of the Team Northumbria group. Dave Goodchild out of the conversation, doesn't need to say anything else. He's done his bit. He knows what his boys are being instructed to do. Or was he just giving the final words there? Simon Mintoff in the centre of that huddle there. Encouraging words, a great character around. Shame he's not playing. It's always great to watch him on court. He'll be adding a lot of value to the key training. Him and Matt Howe on the bench. A very calming influence on the team as well. Successful hit this time for Chambers cross court, but Sheffield get the attack again. Goes back to Chambers. Lovely pick up again by Anderson. Time now for Northumbria to attack through Attila. So 3-man attack now for Sheffield. Backcourt setter goes to Chambers. Third hit. Tries to cut it. Only 5 hits left.
Struggled to have the same effect that he has had throughout most of the season, and especially yesterday as well, Leon Davis-Chambers. That left arm of his usually a lot more dangerous than it has been today. He's made a few errors, and it just seems that Team Northumbria have got the edge in every sort of department now. The 9-3 they're in front in this 4th set.
That shows the confidence zone Jenkins, the setter, still going to him. Last rally 3 times, got over twice, once into net. Then he said, right, no, have another go. We know you can do it. Yeah, and that's the ethos they'll be working towards. Keep him in there, keep his arm swinging. Just because he misses one, they're not going to not set to him for a while.
Get straight back on the bike, is the saying. The Iron Lancers deep. Looked for a second like it might drop, but it hasn't done. So everything going Team Northumbria's way at the moment. 10-4 they lead. This man, Darius Sofia, has been one of the linchpins of their success today. Did that catch the line? It did catch the line. I'm glad my commentator's cursor is spinning itself around and going the right way this time. It makes a great change for me this weekend. Leon Davis-Chambers swinging like we know he can. Still 5 points behind though, Sheffield.
And that's that combination they're missing. They've not got Jeff working with Pete off the touch. All Sheffield put their hands up there, but Cheney knew he had a touch on it. If he didn't, he would be one of the first people to be raising his hand, shouting he didn't touch it. But good, honest professional. Steady Cheney there. So Tiller back to serve. So double combination here. So Alex Hutchin is going to set, or Alex Calvin. See this guy develop from Loughborough Lions team, my old National League team. He's now at City of Sheffield at university. Nice young pair of hands on him. There's the first set he's got. Oh, on court. That was a set winner to Dalrymple. And a set to number 2. Competent player.
That they've got at
so
the moment.
Alex Hutchinson in charge of running this team now. There's a backcourt setter who's got 3 attackers coming at him. Who's he going to pick out? Goes that reverse attack. John Dalrymple with a successful hit through two. Cross court, ball goes up into the rafters there.
Too long, I can tell you. The wall behind our commentary coach here is taking a battering. Mark Perkins not happy with these service errors.
Gary Bakari, high angle. Hutch goes over on two. Beautiful work there by the young setter. Nerves of steel, especially when he's got a big block on him. Not sure that was Trenham's first thought. They got a smile for the rest of the bench. Cheeky young man there. The setter, Alex Hutchinson. Free net. Fits that ball down. Timeout called then by Team Northumbria. Rejuvenated City of Sheffield then come back on, just trailing by 4 points, 11-15. David Bakari serving. Top spin to French. Goes reverse to Setsapia. It touches onto the block. Options now for Anderson, who also goes into block. Hutchinson has the option to go wide. Halfway through this set then, Northumbria 16-12, change has been made by City of Sheffield. A combination of setting and opposite, Hutchinson and Dalrymple getting the last few points for them. Northumbria take this set, and we are then going to golden set. Rob was chatting about that earlier at the start of this set. From a neutral point of view, the golden set being exciting. That's a long way off, even if it happens. Anderson to serve then. Danny McGarry, the backcourt tip. Out of the reach of Anderson. A lot of noise in the crowd now here for City of Sheffield. Yayan Lamb serving. They're back within 2 points. Tip too deep there. Joel Miller's got an option. Setter's out of play now. Chapman's going to take it. He goes to 4. Tillerberg fires that ball into net. Wasn't clean as here, but he got that straight down to the ground, off the tape. That combination of Carlson to Bakary, in the cup finals. Now just starting to find range towards the end of this 4th set. Clever play there by Miller using the left hand. Big attack by French, but too long on the baseline. So Team Northumbria opposite back on. Pass there by Nathan French, made by Carlson. He runs around the check box for the score, 18-16. Nathan French pulled inside on that set, finding the big wall of Philly Cheney as he goes back to serve. 1 point in it now. Sheffield slowly eating away that 4-point lead. But then Darius from the back line. That trademark celebration of his. These boys keeping out the likes of Sam Shenton, who in the cup final was MVP. their performance here today. Great set there by Alex Hutchinson. Point going towards Team Northumbria, I believe. Sheffield coming through. Referee's just asked the players to go. Looked like Dalrymple came through on French. And Nathan French fell through, which is why Sheffield think they got the point. Mark Shakespeare's just talking to the referee, so we'll just clarify exactly which way this point goes. No foul between French and Dalrymple as they tap hands under the net. Point goes to Team Northumbria, suspected. Joel Miller just clarifying what happened as Dalrymple and French have a chat at the net as well.
Joel Miller's got to be careful what he says. Obviously, he got that yellow card earlier for his reaction to certain decisions. He was warned earlier in the match as well prior to that yellow card. And a timeout called by City of Sheffield, maybe just to calm things down a little bit, because that point going to Northumbria at this stage of the set has opened up a 3-point gap rather than it being close to 1.
Absolutely, and it's a big one, especially this time. Although Joe was quite calm when he was talking to the referee then. You could normally tell he was a lot more animated, but he had one foot on the step, just listening to what he was saying, the explanation that the second reference comes to the first reference given as well. So Keith Trenham now just having a word with the guys just about what they're doing as a squad, while Team Northumbria confident in what they need to do. So in the driving seat with that additional 3 points lead, but as you quite rightly said, it's a big swing, it can change in a matter of 2 serves.
4 more points Northumbria need then to take us to a golden set and give us the grand finale that we all want from this Super 8s finals weekend, but service error is a 2-word phrase that I'm slightly fed up with repeating, Mark.
Well, as we know in this game, we've got to put pressure on these serves. We can't just put easy serves over, so it's going to come back so quick and hard. We know that. So, switch now. Jordan Dalrymple's gone off. Alex Jenkins is on. So it looks like it's going to be a switch. Alex Hutchinson's probably going to play opposite. Let's see where he moves. And Jenkins will go back into setting options. Yeah, he is. Now John Miller wants to talk to the referee about the celebration of through across the net. Almost walking that line like a tightrope.
Why shouldn't he? I like this character. It's good to see.
So switch back on, Damit Bakari takes that shot, Leon Chambers holds that position over at 4. Another attack now for Sheffield, again through Damit Bakari. Off the block, running in left hand side, and then shape the ball down the right off the block. Clever play there by Damit Bakari.
Sheffield not lying down just yet. 20-22.
So the London Olympian Damit Bakari serving.
Serving, 2 points required for Northumbria to take us to the golden set.
Great work there by Nathan French. He hops over, gets himself back on court. Can Sheffield kill this ball now with Miller? He can! Brilliant work, both by French, leaping over the banners, and then Miller killing up all they needed. Superb play all round here.
Just a reminder, if Sheffield do take this set, we go to a 5th set tiebreaker in this second leg. Did that get a touch?
So he's got a touch. Says he's got a touch. John Miller's just single, rubbing fingers together, saying, yeah, he touched it.
Very honest in this position, because that means that it's match point for Team Northumbria. They take this point, or convert one of the 3 match points that they've got now at the end of this 4th set, then we are going all the way here in Kettering. Even gets a smile from our tech man Pete. He loves volleyball. It's been a cracking weekend, and nobody minds that it's going to go on a little bit longer. We do need to find a winner. We do need to separate these two in this men's Super 8s final. Here we go then. Match point, Team Northumbria. The crowd getting into this one. It's Darius Sensofia, who has had a superb game for Team Northumbria, wearing number 12.
The power of the speed that hit at that time with that block. Probably only Miller is the one that can do that shot. Brilliant play there by the captain of Sheffield.
That's when your captain comes to the fore.
Still just one attack needed by Northumbria. Is it going to be Sensofia? He gets blocked. Chapman goes wide to Tiller. He's got 2-man block. And a shot out by Jenkins and Cheney. Wow, the momentum suddenly switches. 2 match points saved. Good job. Calls the timeout just to calm the guys down.
It's all getting very, very tense here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. Northumbria have had 2 match points thrown back in their faces by City of Sheffield. They still hold 1 match point. They caught the timeout here just to try and disturb City of Sheffield's rhythm a touch. A reminder, Team Northumbria, if they can convert this match point, then we go to the 15-point golden set, because it will have finished 1-1 in matches in this 2-legged final. It is Leo Davis-Chambers to serve. 2 match points saved for City of Sheffield.
I think we just had 4 golden sets. They have been some fantastic volleyball. While we had the areas there, there's been some scintillating performance. Nathan French leaping over here. The big swings, the comeback of Chambers there for those few hits out, nailing those balls. Joel Miller getting his composure back, and then when it comes set point down, match point down, find those hits when they're needed. Brilliant performance. Means nothing now, we're all square. Let's start again.
Why not? We started again today with City of Sheffield 1-0 up. We've finished the second leg with it all square at 1 each. All of that is completely out of the window now, but do you feel that maybe because this golden set happens after the second match and it's Team Northumbria that have won it, do you think that they carry the momentum into this?
Interesting question that, Rob. Sorry for the delay. The GB Libro, Ray Batali, who's on the coaching course, just came in to look at the screen as we've got the golden set flashing up. It's going to be a tough one to call now, because this is almost like that 5th set scenario in a game where Sheffield knew if Northumbria took it, that's not the end of it. So they knew that. So they'll be quite happy. And Keith will say, right, not a problem, we're still in this. Can they cut those errors? Which is what Northumbria have done. We've seen it on the stats. We've said the passing errors and stuff increased from Sheffield as those games went further through, but also Northumbria's accuracy on their hits and the momentum move with them. So I am going to sit on the fence.
Why not stay where you've been all weekend, Mark? A couple of the players taking this opportunity to just head out for quick comfort breaks because that's 4 sets of scintillating action. They've not really got very long to do so, but while they have, why don't you let us know who you think is going to take this golden set, the big finale to Super 8 Finals weekend. Hashtag Super8s 2015 on Twitter. Let us know who you're supporting, where you're supporting from, who is going to take this golden set. Or you could be like Mark and sit on the fence. Hashtag on the fence. Percom on the fence. Let's try and get that one trended.
I need to sit on the fence, Rob, purely because I've known a lot of these players, I've known them for a while, and it just seems fair to stay that way. So I'm not showing favouritism towards either as well.
And they might watch this back on the YouTube repeats that'll be available in about a week's time, and you might have less friends than you had before you started commentating today.
They are a lot bigger than me, remember. It's been a great spectacle, though. To end the Super 8 season with a golden set in the men's competition is brilliant. We're going to have some more, and we've had a great weekend of matches. The under-18 started it all off. We saw Wessex take that double, both of the women's and the men's under-18s competition. And that men's competition, a real switch from the cup finals of Wessex against the Boswell Blaze. And then obviously we've had the sitting Grand Prix today as well. So we've seen some of the best of British, and alluding to Carol Gordon in her tweet earlier, there's about 14, 15 people here on the roster from England, from Britain. And this is our natural talent competing here. We haven't got international players here, both in the men's and women's games, but the majority of what you're looking at today are homegrown talent, and this is a brilliant standard. As I said, after the presentation, I have got a special save the date announcement to make to you, so do stick by. We've got a massive announcement that we're going to give you a save the date for something coming up very soon in the future.
Both sides, courtside then, return from their moments of reflection. There have been some team talks, but there have been some people that have just taken themselves away and get themselves in the right frame of mind, because it's been a long, long season. It began on the 25th of October, 14 regular season matches up until March, and here we are at the end of April, at the end of the Super 8s season, and we've gone all the way to a golden set. Northumbria have fought back and won 3-1 in the second leg today. City of Sheffield won yesterday 3-1. Here we go.
Please welcome the Black Horse Award, the team all in black, it's Team Northumbria! Serving first in the golden set in the Russian, please welcome the City of Sheffield! Sheffield still first in the
Crowd have stuck around here at the National Volleyball Centre. We hope you have too at home watching on the live stream. So hitting from left to right to begin with in this golden set. City of Sheffield, number 10, Alex Jenkins is a serve. Golden set at the end of the men's Super 8 final. Perfect start. Peter Macari. Didn't have to hit that one too hard down off the block.
He came into the end of that game where Carlson hadn't really found him, but he started to get some crucial points, be it on the block, but also a couple of little hits as well towards the end of that set. So what can Sevilla do? He's been strong so far in this game.
And the tip is there from would they carry the momentum from winning the second leg today into this golden set? They certainly have so far. Strong start from them.
Long by Gary McCarthy. Shoulder facing the way in the cross. We talked about this in previous games over this weekend. This race to 15, getting that change at 8, being in control of the game. Early start. For your ball opportunity now. The crowd rising up to this. Force the Sheffield timeout.
It's great service from Setsofia there, because he put the libero Ryan Heath under all sorts of pressure there, and then the best he could do with the pass really forced the handling error from Bakari. Northumbria 4-0 up, and certainly in the ascendancy in this golden set.
We're quite intrigued as well to see the people out there watch this online. Who's their MVP? Because it's based on the 2 games as well, so it's not just today's. So start sending in to hashtag Super8s 2015. Who do you think your MVP has been over the 2 games? Be interested to see how that goes with the stats and how this is selected here as well.
If it was based on today's game, Setsofia wouldn't be far away, and his service has given Northumbria this strong start.
Ryan Heath had a really good game as a from the point of view for City of Sheffield as well. He's been strong into getting that pass right, especially when there's been moments for likes of Miller and Bakari snatched a couple of passes. He took control of this as well.
That well, he can celebrate however he likes. The moves might be questionable, but his swinging right arm is certainly not. With a big serve.
Sends that ball wide to John Dalrymple. But damn it, Bakari, huge swing through 2. The Iron Lamb going back to serve then. He's got a nice temperament to him on this serve. Calms the game down, but puts pressure on this float serve. Picks that deep down the line. Play the point out, Dammy Bakari falls through the net. Looks like foot landed both Nathan French and Dammy together. They're okay. These boys get them high when they land, the momentum is still taking them forward. Neither team was over the net on that point, or under the net, sorry, on the line. It was just a clash of feet.
Timeout called, and a chance for us to get our breaths back up here in the commentary gantry, and for the couple of hundred people or so here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering, enjoying the action live. It's frantic stuff at the moment. Few twists and turns left in this yet, I think.
Super strong start by Team Northumbria. Then Sheffield just getting a couple of those points back. Nullifying the attacks of Team Northumbria. Bakari had that middle attack into the net. That gave momentum then to City of Sheffield. Now, what can the Iron Lamb do with the serve? He went straight down the line, high on Attila Burn on the last serve. Picks the same area, position 1. Nathan French gets a chance to attack. Nathan got it twice again. So much of the attack. We look at the attack, that's only his 20th hit. Setsofia's had twice as many hits as opposite. And Danny Bakari again goes on the right-hand side of the block.
4-6, City of Sheffield trail. Danny Bakari on serve.
No touch off the block. Another error by Nathan French. So this to level it then. Northumbria take this next point. We change ends, 8-5.
Service error from Jeff Carlson. It's been hit and miss his service today.
29 service error today in the men's. 40 service errors yesterday. That's a lot of points to give away. That's both teams combined, by the way. That's not just Team Northumbria.
I thought you were going to say it was just Jeff Carlson then.
Lovely set sideways by Jeff Carlson. Sets the field. Beautiful scissor. Carlson set that ball. Shoulders parallel with the net. Hands move across the floor. Sophia has a gap in between the blocks. Five the ball choked over. As the change ends, you hear a big quantity of Sheffield as they've got all their fans now on their side. Northumbria fans on the left-hand side with their players. City of Sheffield here. It's about to get really noisy.
So we will play out the conclusion of this golden set. As Mark says, with both sides in front of their own supporters. So Northumbria now hitting from left to right. Nathan French, the man with ball in hand. The high toss. Top spin service just about picked up right on the floor. Akari up on the far side, and it comes off the outside. Northumbria ever closer to the finish line. 9-6. And a timeout called by City of Sheffield.
So we're looking here at the City of Sheffield bench. Key Trenham just issuing a few words of encouragement. Well over in the Team Northumbria area. Audrey Cooper's giving out a few instructions. Paul Welsh sitting there on the bench. We have the stat sheets in front of him. Done by Ross Enfield, who's down the end of the court.
Northumbria 9, City of Sheffield 6. A big serve last time from Nathan French.
Free ball coming. Options now for Team Northumbria. They go reverse. Sophia nearly on 50 hits this game is on. He's going to need some relaxing tonight.
He's overrated that one. He's very, very pumped up. He's a very lively character anyway.
So Jeff Carlson backcourt, so there's still 3 attacks. It goes wide to Tillibert, who makes that screen before the hit. It's a little tip. Miller fires that ball cross court.
There is some testosterone down there.
That was going to Joel Miller. Got to show then.
Sonny Cheney serving now, just a point in it. Sheffield 8, Northumbria 9.
So if he took Miller out the attack, he might not get that hit. So by doing that, also Alex Jenkins was out of position. That's why then Yain Lamb stepped in to take that ball but couldn't make it. Ball goes out of play. Clever play though by French there.
Stephen Anderson, Northumbria 10, Sheffield 8.
Ball high there by Jordan Dalrymple. Cut shot there. Joel Miller. 3 punches to the referee stand. We know what's going to come here. Red and yellow card. So, during the end of this game, through to the frustrations of that shot there, couldn't make it. It means Joel Miller is sent off. The City of Sheffield will also lose a point. Joel Miller, the captain, can take no more part in this set. In a normal game, he would come on the next set. We don't have another set. This is the golden set. Captain is out of it.
He showed his frustration there as a couple of his teammates went to console him and he shrugged them off. He's
Okay, I'm
stormed
incorrect.
off to the corner.
I apologise, there is no point given. The scoreboard.
There is a point given now. The scoreboard was just a little bit slow.
11-8 is the score. 11-8 is the score.
Sheffield respond in the power of ground. Sammy Bakari. They may have been let down at times by their captain. 9-11 is the score. City of Sheffield now without their captain to get them through the rest of this golden set. 2 points down as well.
But Sammy Bakari showed what he can do as well. A lot of pressure now on them. Oh! First game! First of the game, a real blow! Clean hit by Peter Bakari. That's what we've been looking for all game for them. They've got it in the end. John Miller's not even allowed to stand in the warm-up section. He's got to sit on the bench. He is holding his wrist a little bit as well.
I'm not surprised. He gave that umpire's chair at least 5 or 6 big right hooks. He should have been a boxer.
We talked about the gun show. He is a unit of a man, let's put it that way.
Set Sofia serving 12-9.
And Sheffield just stem the tide. With Karakok, he can! Aaron's been used very gently in the last few games here. But he comes up with a real big shot. Same as Dami on that wing shot outside of 2. Cross court.
Well, Karakok was the man chosen to come on in place of the sent-off captain.
Sofia. Dave Rogers thinks he's saying the same things.
Karakok serving 11-12. Through the middle again, it's Bakari. It's not the big all-singing on dancing hit, but it's all up there. It's intelligent, it's clever, he's picking the spot. Northumbria 2 points away from the Super 8s title.
Set wasn't right for him, absolutely right. That's intelligent play by Bakari. Once Attila got his left back.
Serve Clarence into his own end at the net. The gap's back down to 1 point. 12-13, Yayan Lam.
This is a big point swing. For about 6 points in the football, this is a huge point. And it goes to the team of Northumbria. They're going to have now. Set point. Championship point now here on Nathan French urging the crowd. They're on their feet on my left-hand side. The music is moving out here at the National Volleyball Centre. Is this the last point of the regular indoor season?
Peter Bakari saves it. Straight into Jordan Dalrymple. The celebrations are wild for Team Northumbria here today. Army men's Super 8s champions 2015. They lost twice in the regular season to City of Sheffield, but they've taken us to a golden set here, and they've given us a fitting finale. Mark Perkins, speak for me because I can't.
I'm going to grab that. Well, first of all, City of Sheffield, big respect to them. They fought hard. Yes, they fantastic victory yesterday. Worked really at the house at the races today. Missed a couple of shots early on, but Team Northumbria really turned it on when it counted. They needed that. John Miller knows what he did wasn't the best thing. It was just his natural reaction. The frustration because he wanted to win this so badly. They played so well yesterday. Once the emotion dies down for what's happened here, we look back at this game, it's been a great spectacle of Super 8 volleyball. Team Northumbria we're thinking about, this is revenge from last year. Sheffield were thinking about what could have been. We can see it and think, what a spectacle.
Well, you didn't think it could get any more dramatic than Team Northumbria's Cup final victory. You thought wrong, a two-legged Super 8 final that goes all the way down to a golden set, and Team Northumbria's men have completed the clean sweep here at the Super 8s.
It was a massive performance. Jeff Carlson was delivering the balls well to Darius Setsavir. He has had a blinder of a game. as have a few of those. Pete McCarran came good in the end with those attacks, thinking volleyball, while Sonny Cheney was solid in the middle for the City of Sheffield. And then Ryan Heath, great passing. City of Sheffield just turning his face to the crowd. Likewise, Team Northumbria. All players have given it everything out there. They couldn't have asked for any more. We asked for a golden set, we got it. Perfect way to end this. Unfortunately, in volleyball, we know a team always has to lose.
There'll be joyous scenes for Team Northumbria. We're looking, just going to pan across there to their celebrations right in front of the grandstand here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. Friends, family, supporters, and the women's team as well, lining courtside here. High tens for every single member of that squad. They all played their part in a fantastic performance. A great comeback from losing the first leg. Team Northumbria are the men's Super 8 champions 2015. They add that title to the women's Super 8 champions that was claimed a couple of hours ago here on a court that has seen plenty of action this weekend. The medal presentation ceremony will take place very shortly on this live stream, and our man Mark Perkins will catch up with Team Northumbria's camp and help them celebrate their victory.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see about the game plan that they could try to have, the reactions from yesterday. We didn't really speak to them yesterday after the game, so where they've gone through with that. If we can, we'll try and get hold of somebody from the City of Sheffield as well. We've got Spikey here ready for the presentation. Don't forget, after we've done that interview, we are going to make a quick announcement around a save the date of something happening very, very soon that's going to be of interest to a lot of people regarding volleyball here in the UK. So do stick by. It has been a fantastic weekend, as Rob has just said. It's been a fantastic season. We've had some brilliant matches down here in Kettering, and also all around the country, all leagues that have been playing, not just the National Volleyball League, but the local leagues in England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, everywhere. It's been brilliant. Most shoes are going to get kicked off, they're going to the sand, but there is one more big game happening in the next 3 weeks in Brentford Leisure Centre down in London. It's the Super8s All-Stars. Now, this is where you at home get to vote for this. So by going to the website of www.sideout.co.uk, you get to select for your GB team and your rest of the world team who's going to compete in this one-off game. There's a spectacle and a celebration of the Super 8 quality of volleyball here, and all these players will be putting on an amazing showcase. We hosted one last year at UEO, absolutely fantastic. We had the likes of Ben Pipes playing, and it was just great fun. We even had the Lions people serving at one point. Ben Pipes had the flag in his hand. It's a really, really good celebration. That's going to be down in Brentford. That's the home of where Bologna Side Out London are playing. So go to the Side Out website, because you get to vote who you want to see play in that team.
Every single one of them that we've seen today. Can I say that? Can I vote for every single one of them? Because they've all put on a real show. If you've got any questions, any burning questions about that two-legged epic encounter, please do use the hashtag Super8s2015, but do so very quickly, and we'll get Mark to put those questions to Team Northumbria and possibly City of Sheffield if we can get a quick chat with one of those as well.
It's interesting saying about can they all play? Well, actually, a majority of these are English. So majority of these will be in the England team. This is great homegrown talent. You've seen a massive spectacle. The performance and the levels of volleyball in the UK is just going and bounding and building each and every year. So we'll leave you for a minute just to get your breath back as we get ready for this presentation. And then hopefully I can grab some people before we finish for the day.
welcome the competition commission's president of Volleyball England, Paul O'Hara. First to receive their awards, ladies and gentlemen, our match officials. The first referee, Alexandra Cowie. Second referee, Martin Shakespeare. Next to receive their runners-up medals, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. The City of Sheffield. Captain number 1, Joe Miller. Number 12, Ryan Heath. Number 2, Alex Hutchinson. Number 3, Danny Bakara. Number 4, Julian Delrico. Number 7, Sonny Ching. Number 9, Yalen Lau. Number 10, Alex Champions. Assistant coach, Matt Howe. Assistant coach, Dan Green. Team manager, Simon Lintoff. And the head coach for City of Sheffield, Keith Turner. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time for the Super 8 riser, City of Sheffield. Now to receive their winners and medals are champions, Team Northumbria. The captain, number 1, Peter Recovery. Number 4, John Chapman. Number 2, Daniel Fernley. Number 3, Liam Jenkinson. Number 5, Stephen Anderson. Number 6, Michal Presley. Number 7, Jeff Carlson. Number 9, Ted Burns. Number 10, Nathan Fresh. Number 11, Andrew Clayton. Number 12, Darius Setopia. Number 14, Sam Shetton. Assistant coach, Audrey Cooper. Assistant coach, Paul Welsh. Team manager, Ross Enfield. Team manager, Will Schultz. Head coach of Team Northumbria, David Goodchild. The full trophy is awarded to the winner. two-match series and the golden set. And the MVP is Team Northumbria. Number 4, John Chapman. Congratulations, John. Peter Bacari. The Team Northumbria captain to step forward and collect the trophy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Super8s champions, Team Northumbria! So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings the curtain down on Super8 Grand Prix final weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. This week in the Super8s for the Team Northumbria, the men's Alois. It was a big week yesterday. For Wessex League in the late 80s Grand Prix, and East London Lakes to the Pacific Grand Prix. So thank you to all the players, all the staff, all the coaches. Thank you to everyone at Volleyball England for another successful episode of volleyball. It's been incredible. The Volleyball League is to save the date for you. 12th and 13th of September. World-class volleyball returns to London. There's exciting news coming from Volleyball England. Please save the date of 12th and 13th of September for a fantastic new event in the calendar. It's Volleyball Fest in the Olympic Park in London. Watch out for more details and the official team announcements and ticket sales over the next few weeks. Very, very exciting things to come in. It's all a secret at the moment. Save those dates, 12th and 13th of September. Thank you so much for joining us, whether it's been here in the venue or watching at home on a live stream. We hope you enjoyed the Grand Prix and the Super8 finals weekend. Congratulations to the new champions. And to all of you that joined us, have a very, very safe journey home. We'll see you next time.
Congratulations once again then to Team Northumbria. Their men make it a clean sweep in the Super8 finals this weekend. Mark Perkins has now been joined by the captain Peter Bacari and the head coach David Goodchild.
Cheers, Rob. So, champions 2015. Peter, first of all, reactions on that game, the golden set?
I'm absolutely ecstatic. I mean, we set out to try and win that set, win the whole game, and that's what we did.
And Dave, after yesterday's performance, I didn't get a chance to kind of have a chat with you properly there, but what was your thoughts on the Saturday performance, and then what changes did you make, or mentality did you talk about to change the mentality to come into today's game?
Yeah, yesterday was a game full of errors, and I think that was quite obvious with all of the 41 serve errors and too many hitting errors, and both teams won't have been happy with yesterday. We watched the video where they analysed all their players, where we got hurt, where we caused them problems, and we came back with a whole new game plan today, but we knew we didn't perform as well as we could yesterday. Our block discipline was weak, and our serve pressure was weak. The difference today is we served tough, we broke their serve reception, it was a high ball to the aerial, and we had that discipline block, and that was the difference today between winning and losing. And then we got momentum, and once we get momentum, we carried it into that golden set. Hey, and we did it.
And the great thing is about your team is you've got a lot of variety and a lot of options there. So today, I mean, the one man that stands out for me today is obviously going to be Darius. Not purely just for his celebrations, but he had near on 50 attacks today in this game. So Pete, what do you put that down to, that he can come out and perform like that? You turned out with the golden set, you've got those shots where you're struggling early on in the game. So how does that quality in the team help you?
Well, we always support each other. And when Darius came in, he brought the energy, and he knows that's what he does well. You saw by the celebrations, he's very, you know, that type of character. So it was great for the team, and we set out to do what we wanted to do.
Now, the context of the two teams, we talked before in the Cup finals and last year about the quality of British volleyball talent here. Now, obviously, you guys are responsible for a lot. So is Sheffield. What is that doing for British volleyball going forward?
Well, yeah, the whole aim is to get the England teams back up and running. So we're developing programs with senior academies, bringing our young athletes through. And when they get the opportunity to train and play with the likes of Peter and Nathan, who have this experience of playing at the Olympics, playing professionally, the young lads like Sam and like Chappie all coming through the system, and there's many more. Sheffield guys, all coming through the England ranks. And what an opportunity it is for them to train in a daily environment, in a professional environment, to live and breathe volleyball and be an athlete. And this is why we're going to end up taking the sport forward.
Okay, Peter, from a captain's point of view and a player's point of view, that golden set point, just describe the feeling. We saw everybody running on, which is brilliant, but what were you thinking and feeling?
Coming back to the edge of the line, I just thought, just ace it. Yeah.
That was the plan, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
So is that easy? Weeks
Just
and
go
weeks of
for
preparation,
it,
just
in or
ace
out,
it.
No regrets.
And that's the whole point you guys have served off. You're quite right, the stats. I mean, there's a bit of a dent in the wall where I'm there every time those tough serves are going. Jeff Carson's done a brilliant serve, then fires it long. From a coaching perspective, I know you've been mic'd up a little bit with the level 3 coaching today as well. How do you manage that with the expectations? Because you ask them to serve tough, but then between the two teams, yesterday 40 errors, and then I think we've got 29, I think it is, in total today, which is coming down, but there's still, I know you've got to serve tough and serve hard, but there's also a lot of points given away there.
So an average serve to these teams is a point, because the middles in the game who are committing, you bring in the back row, there's 4 options available all the time. So we take calculated risks, and when they're trying to pass on to, we can serve right down the seam or from line to line, and we really got our serve pressure. We varied it a lot today, so some of our spin servers served down. Ryan and Joel were so comfortable passing the spin serve. So we looked at that last night and said, well, let's mix it up, let's give them something they haven't faced. And as you can see, they struggled today. They struggled in reception. And it all worked. Our game plan worked. The guys carried it out well. And if one person misses the serve, the other one will go back and guarantee it. And that's what we did well today. We backed each other up as a team.
I think it's quite stunning to see. Obviously, Chapman got the award as lead row for you guys for MVP. But if you look at Heath today as well, he was the one that was making the difference over there. You said those float serves, but also you moved it across either side. So there was ones dropping in between him and Dami and him and Joel, but he was actually then chasing those down. From a perspective from you, when you're going on to that serve with that pressure on you, what are you saying to yourself, other than just ace it, when you know what's coming, you know what serves have been missed, what are you saying to yourself just to make sure you get that ball in?
It's really what David has been telling us to do all the time. Aim for the seams and put the players in trouble. And fortunately, he came off as an ace. So I'm happy with it, really.
Right, we're going to let you go and enjoy the celebrations. There's loads of things coming up, potential things in the Super 8 All-Stars game coming in, and then more things happening in September, which is sounding pretty exciting as well. So thanks very much, guys. Congratulations. You're champions. I'm going to hand you over to Rob now.
Thanks.
Team Northumbria then are the Super 8 Men's Champions 2015. A clean sweep for the men and for the women. They had to fight back. They lost the first leg by 3-1. They won the second leg by 3-1, and they took it in the golden set to give us a fitting end to the weekend.